The Thunder, no doubt, one of the NBA's best-dressed squad.
Well, Kevin and...
Thanks, David. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes. He doesn't make a mistake that time.
Here's Adams. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Down low, it's stolen by Adams. One-on-one fast break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And Rubio kicks to Oubre. Here's Booker. He has 6. Back to Oubre. Just 3 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. Gallinari with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And Paul stays with it.
The competitiveness of this game lifting, and so Chris Paul is going to get to that standard. He enjoys being aggressive on the offensive glass.
Now here's Johnson. Booker outside. To the paint. Thunder with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
And the Suns making a change here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharch comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Booker. Now, here's Bridges. Rubio taking his time here. With the putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Here's Schroeder. Lets it go from 14. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And Rubio kicks to Bridges. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. Sharch passes to Bridges. And it's Noel with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. And the Suns making a change here as well. Jerome is checked in. Here's Jerome. We've got 1:18 left in the first. Pass to Bridges. Here's Jerome. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. It's stolen by Schroeder. And that one's good. Noel.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
And here's Carter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Bridges. Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Jerome. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Schroeder and stolen by Noel. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He gets that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Suns trail by 4. The pass to Carter. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Diallo. And it's sent back by Carter. 1 second left. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 4. 2. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some...
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the... Oh, that was something else!
Yeah, Oubre can get up. How about that one?
So it's the Thunder now. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Noel. Here's Ferguson. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City.
And the one thing you notice about Gilgeous-Alexander, you know, he sort of glides around the court, then suddenly hit you with that burst.
Well, it's amazing that he has that crafty and uncanny ability, and then he's having some time with Chris Paul. So that's only going to be enhanced as Shea continues to work that change of pace game.
And the rejection by Noel. Muscala with the ball. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Schroeder kicks to Noel. Pass to Ferguson. Noel down low. Covered by Oubre. The drive by Schroeder. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jerome passes to Booker. Oubre outside. Pass to Booker. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
Well, finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
The Thunder leading by 4. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his second basket.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
To the right side. And Saric kicks to Oubre. And it's off from three-point range. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Has this offense been running? I'm just getting tired of watching them.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Now Booker, he's got 8. Inside, it's stolen by Muscala. And another fast break chance here for the Thunder. Here we go.
Ooh, no layups right there for SGA up to the rim.
Suns trail by 10. The Drive by Booker, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Loads it up there for Gilgeous-Alexander. Noel finds Muscala. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Devin Booker. Carter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Carter hits them both. 58 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it to Bridges. And the pass to Johnson. Back to Bridges. He dishes it to Ayton. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Johnson. The Thunder leading by 8. Paul passes to Adams. Here's Diallo. A second chance effort. Adams' shot is off. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges. Here's Baines. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Gallinari. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Paul against Rubio. Tries again. Here's Adams. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The power of Steven Adams, able to finish through contact, plus he's rewarded with the trip now to the free throw line.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Bridges. And so it's Oklahoma City.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They never put themselves in two.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You've got to like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. FCU's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Paul with the ball. Here's Dort. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Next step kind of action there from Shea as he's able to find the open teammate.
A couple years ago, after making All-Rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's good for 2. Booker's got 12 in the game.
Got to respect the level of concentration from Devin Booker on that shot. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And Booker kicks to Oubre. There's the dish to Ayton. Back to Oubre. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Booker. Ayton trying to break free. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 15. And again, Oklahoma City running the court in transition. Unloads from 13. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Phoenix making some changes. Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And Dario Saric subbed in for Oubre. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by the Suns. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Booker taking a little bit of it out on the rim that time.
Schroeder passes to Ferguson to the middle. Here's Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Booker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 16 points for him.
Love the confidence of Devin Booker. When he gets a screen, he knows what he wants to do.
They double him with Saric. Here's Schroeder. Buries it down low. And the Thunder lead by 15.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Booker. He's covered closely. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Johnson. The Suns need to get a shot off. Lets it go with a 3. No good from Booker. The Thunder leading by 15. Adams with it. Now guarded by Booker. Molinari dishes to Noel. Adams, the pass to Ferguson. Molinari against Saric. Passes to Noel. And he uses the glass on the layup. Noel's got 6.
Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Schroeder dishes to Gallinari. No good that time. Some solid defense from Johnson. Saric outside. For 3, Booker. Not going to go that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Adams with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Schroeder. Adams trying to free himself up. Another shot. Knocked loose and taken away by Johnson. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Good.
Another example of Saric running the floor as a big man. He does that well.
Molinari finds Adams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 8 points for him.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker.
That's a good read. Ferguson using his length to disrupt the shooter.
And so it's Oakland. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Diallo out there with Gallinari. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That one on Ayton.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander, and the way that he's working, he's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
Suns trail by 16. Booker outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Ayton. Rebound by Muscala. Oklahoma City shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Rejected by Booker. Shot on the wing. Here's Ayton. Doesn't go for him. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. All alone, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Really good, ferocious defense from Gilgeous-Alexander to knock it loose.
Here's Booker, and the layup is good. Booker's got 20 points.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Paul against Carter. Paul's shot is off.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Gallinari gathers his rhythm. He simply rises up and nails the interior shot.
And Booker kicks to Baines. Booker in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Good job by the lefty to get in there and corral that rebound using his wingspan.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 17-point game. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Pass to Bridges. Ayton dishes to Booker. He can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steven Adams.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
A shot by Paul, no good. The Suns have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And the Suns get it back. The pass to Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Oubre against Paul. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Paul missing again. Oubre, right side. It's hauled in by Diallo. Here's Nader. That one good for 2.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So And let's go.
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the center position. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Minnesota with the ball after the Suns pick up 2. Russell passes to Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Ricky Rubio picks one up. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Now here's Booker. And he banks in the layup.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Here's Okogie. Beasley trying to break free. And the basket by Okogie.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Ayton inside. Defended by Towns. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Oubre.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
And Towns throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Okogie. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. Here's Booker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Booker looking around. And Rubio kicks to Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's now 7 points for Devin Booker. Russell passes to Towns. Yep, that one goes.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Phoenix is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Back to Booker. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Minnesota making some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley. And Phoenix also making a switch. Saric checked in for Johnson. Now here's Ayton. Following the miss by Jared Culver. And that one, good.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
They get the rebound. Towns, the pass to Layman. Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Culver's shot is off. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. Here's Ayton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ayton's got 6. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Russell. Towns trying to get open. Russell with the bucket.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Booker draws the double. 1:03 left in the first quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Minnesota now. Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. It's stolen by Sharks. Booker finds Oubre. Johnson with the block. They recover it. Rubio outside. Here's Oubre. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now here's Towns. 10 points for him.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And Ayton stays with it. 8 points for him.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Booker. Finished off the break.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Timberwolves trail by 5 to the inside and stolen by Ayton. That's good from Booker on the assist by Oubre. Oubre's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Culver. Phoenix grabs the miss. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Suns?
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. Yes, that goes in. Noel's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Suns leading by 5. Now here is Carter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Okogie's checked in for Jake Layman. The Suns shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Johnson, the pass to Noel. Back to Johnson. Here's Okogie. Here's Noel. Good work defensively by Carter.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's Noel. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Noel's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the left wing. Here's Jerome. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's blocked.
Well, I love how Culver uses his length and athleticism to deny shots.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Culver. Carter, the pass to Baines. It's good for his 2nd make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. But how about Devontae Graham, the 2nd rounder back in 2018? But he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Carter, the pass to Jerome. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And here they go. Bridges with the steal. Passes it to Jerome. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 4.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Sharch checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Devin Booker in for Carter. Booker with no one around, and the 3-ball is good. Booker's got 16.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
And here comes the break. Here's Johnson. Here's Jerome. Second chance shot. And Booker with a nice bucket inside. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
And obviously a total team player. Sharich is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. And yes, it's good. Sharch has got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Suns have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. It's good on the putback.
Those arms of Kaminsky go on forever, which helps them snag these second chance opportunities.
Noel, he can't hit that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Kicks it out to Johnson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. Okogie, the pass to Beasley to the paint. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Ricky Rubio checked in for the Suns. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And there's the pass to Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
Here's Booker. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. No good from Hernan Gomez. Here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
At the elbow, Oubre. Outside, Russell. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
And so it's Phoenix with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 23 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He's been a different player than he was their last outing. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Oubre in at small forward.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there, just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Russell against Rubio. Russell passes to Towns. Here's Okogie.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
A nice shot by Booker.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Timberwolves passing it around. No good from Beasley.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Good chance here for Booker, and it's good off the back rim and in. Booker's got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix. And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training staff.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Doesn't take a lot for Towns to catch fire. He's a confident, sweet-shooting big guy. Can score on anyone from anywhere.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Culver. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Culver's got his first points of the game.
Boy, I love Culver's assertiveness right there. He did not let the contact bother him at all.
Pass to Rubio. In the corner, it's Oubre. Towns with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. Towns has got 18 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Carter kicks to Rubio. And no good. But close in that one, so he'll shoot 2. It goes on Jared Culver.
You know, catching the defender slightly out of position that time. Rubio takes advantage, now goes to the line.
Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Sharge is checked in. Culver passes to Johnson. Outside, Russell. Reed controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Reed's got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And it's Russell in the corner. Kicks it to Culver. Here's Reed, covered by Bain. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Culver's shot is off.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 9.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Culver passes to Reed, out to the right wing. And then Culver with the dunk.
When Culver gets inside positioning like that, he bounces up with ease, and he's ready to bang it home.
9 seconds left in the third. Carter outside. 3 seconds left, and it's good on the way in.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And the dunk by Booker.
Totally unselfish play there from Aiden. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
And they double up Russell. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Booker. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Booker's got 33.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Rejected by Booker.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now that's 35 points for Devin Booker. Rubio right side. Pass to Kaminsky. Booker against Russell. The drive by Booker. And he gets the bucket. Booker's got 10 points in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Kelly Oubre comes in for Sharge. And here's Booker from the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Passes it to Okogie. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Russell. And nothing is falling for him right now. Phoenix leading by 19. And it's Oubre off the drive. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists now in the game. Hernangomez passes to Towns. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got 39.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Russell dishes to Towns. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Shot clock at 6. Okogie. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Johnson from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. And the shot is good.
Well, that is a very impressive, quick first step by Josh Okogie. Hard to defend that.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Towns with the steal. One-on-one here. And finished off by Hernangomez.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. Back to Rubio. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Here's a shot from earlier on. As the Suns arrive at the arena, they're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. We get a look at...
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Devin Booker missing his last shot.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Oubre for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Fast break, here they come. Here's Mitchell. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Here is Conley. Down low, wide open look, and Mitchell with a nice bucket inside.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Go ahead, Mr. Ayton. How about that finish?
Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Mitchell against Booker. And Donovan Mitchell again. Mitchell's got 6.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Booker against Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Here is Rubio. Gobert with the block.
Now this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A different look for Utah. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for... Oh, my goodness! What a play!
A point guard who's got incredible vertical. Emmanuel Moutier, no doubt on the dunk.
And the dunk by Bain.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Gobert. And Baines pulls it down. Suns trail by 4. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Jazz. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Carter. Rebounded by the Jazz. Clarkson kicks to Gobert. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Oh, great ball movement there. And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot blocker. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from 3-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing. You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges, so willing to give it up to an open guy.
Back to Clarkson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Here's Moutier. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Moutier's got his second bucket.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Out to Sharch. To the middle. With 1 on the clock. Can't get the layup. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Jazz up 8. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Davis is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Just 5 on the clock. Booker inside, guarded by O'Neal. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Mitchell. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mitchell's got 10 points. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Booker looking around. Banked in off the glass. He's got 7.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Mitchell outside. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for a good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Booker outside. And the dunk by Booker.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Sharch dishes to Kaminsky. Rubio outside. Back to Booker. The 3. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And Utah turns it over again. And Utah making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Aaron Baines comes in for Saric. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Booker against Mitchell.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Suns trail by 7. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Booker. And Davis sends it back.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. It's a 10-point game. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bogdanovich passes to Ingles to the left side wing. Clarkson taking his time here, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. Consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
And it's Oubre off the drive. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Jazz have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jerome. No good, unable to end this run. Clarkson on the wing. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Clarkson. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Here's Moutier. The shot's good on the assist by Engel. And it's 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the end.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points and 1. And
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the center position.
My goodness, bodying up to Kelly Oubre didn't matter. That is special stuff right there.
Here's Mitchell, and the rejection by Ayton. Fast break, here come the Suns. Oubre's got the ball. Stolen by Michael Conley. And here's the fast break. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Booker. Gobert with the block. And now here comes Conley leading the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
What an athletic lineage from Mike Conley. Of course, Mike Sr., triple jump gold medalist at the 92 games. Mike Conley, for over a decade, has been a tremendous NBA player.
Kaminsky is checked in for 8. Here's Booker, and he converts the layup. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
The drive by Mitchell. It's good. And the Jazz lead by 18.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bogdanovich against Johnson. Clock at 6. Unloads. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Booker's got 15 points.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. He dishes it to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Moutier, he's checked in for Utah. And the Suns also making a change. Baines is checked in. Moutier looking around. Another miss by Utah.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Carter with the basket on the assist by Sharge. Carter's got his first points in this one.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Bogdanovich wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, Bogdanovich with the distance delivery. How about that effortless shooting motion?
That drive by Carter uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Mitchell, offensive rebound. Here's Gobert.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
Well, the sneaky first step of Booker. Not a speedster by any means, but still a handful on that drive.
The drive by Mitchell. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Mitchell's got 26 points. Booker the pass to Ayton. Booker against Moutier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Booker understands how to navigate his way to the paint, and he's not going to shy away from contact. Nicely done to pick up the foul.
And the first one at the line is good. The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. Jazz leading by 19. There's the pass to Ingles. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to O'Neal. Passes it to Clarkson. Gobert with it. Mitchell outside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Mitchell doesn't waste time. He sees a chance to finish with authority and doesn't pass it up.
Booker inside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley out there with Clarkson. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Here's Conley. Gobert. It's good on the putback.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Conley surveying the D. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Pass to Oubre. And here is Johnson. Back to Booker. He kicks it to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker. Utah leading by 19. Here's the break. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Conley against Rubio. Rebound collected by Clarkson. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the jam. A pull-up. Gobert dishes to Ingles. Clarkson on the wing. Fires the three. The shot that time not on target. And Phoenix the other way now. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Oubre's got the ball. Ayton finds Rubio. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles. Saric checked in for Phoenix. Right wing. Here's Conley. And the rejection by Ayton.
Boy, really tough to score on DeAndre Ayton. Such a patient shot blocker, guys. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And here's Conley outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
You know, crafty. That seems to be the word most applied to Booker. Able to get the defense to overreact.
Free throw good, Booker.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career. He demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, this guy could have powered on the interior, but goes to the floater game. This is one of his specialties.
Here's Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 8 points in the quarter.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Mitchell. Here's Gobert. That shot off. Now the Suns take it the other way. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Saric.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And here we go. And there's Booker on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Jazz.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Donovan Mitchell.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Good on the 13-footer. Mitchell's got 32 points.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And Saric kicks to Booker. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Conley against Rubio. Back to Mitchell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Phoenix ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's a Kobo. Here's Bridges. It falls.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. Booker with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Thunder on D. Rubio finds Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio. Suns keep it alive. Booker outside. Latrey.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
True on the 14-footer.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Booker in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's Ayton missing. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Here's Paul. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Next step kind of action there from Shea as he's able to find the open teammate.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Ayton throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Rubio kicks to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Trying to get open is Oubre. Can't finish the one-handed jam. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Yeah, you combine a lot of things with Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got speed and length and growing in terms of his basketball IQ.
Kicks it out to Booker. No good on the triple.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Johnson up top. Booker, right side. Oubre, outside. And Booker kicks to Ayton. The shot misses. Adams, some nice D. The Thunder leading by 6. Inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Crafty move, and the layup is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
From 12 feet out, Paul with the bucket. He's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Booker the pass to Oubre. On the wing, Booker. 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Ayton. Oubre, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Booker dishes to Ayton. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Ferguson's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Carter hits them both. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 9-point game. And the shot goes in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Carter kicks to Baines. Back to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Good on the bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Schroeder. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And that one released in time, but no good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Well, recent years have seen the Suns hit and miss in the draft. You can count Mikal Bridges among one of those hits. They traded up to get him in 2018. And what he's provided and the potential that he still has, they don't have any regrets with that one.
Carter looking around. Pass to Baines. Back to Carter. The pass to Jerome. You go back to draft night, and Bridges drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, where his mother was an employee. The elation. And then, Brent, word of a trade.
Yes, the old awkward moment where you have to change hats during the draft. You know, the Suns valued him highly, and the Sixers maybe had some second thoughts, or the deal was already worked out, but still waiting for the payoff on the Sixers end as Zaire Smith is trying to find his way onto the court.
Noel passes to Ferguson. Back to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Here's Noel. Goes back up. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And they're on the break. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Noel. Schroeder's got 8 points. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Phoenix. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker the pass to Kaminsky. Back to Booker.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The Thunder leading by 14. Here's Schroeder. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
To the middle. Schroeder against Rubio. Booker outside. No good with the triple. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rubio outside. Baines against Noel. Baines passes to Booker. Good, nice job down low. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Back to Schroeder. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. 14 points for Dennis Schroeder. Suns trail by 18. Booker outside. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Phoenix making some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Aaron Baines. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Bridges. Booker finds Oubre.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Dort misses. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Booker. And Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Here's Jerome. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Dennis Schroeder playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 14 points. And that's...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot.
And Ricky Rubio last season signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Suns to take over the reins at point guard.
Well, you think it's been a bit of a rudderless team since Steve Nash's departure. You have a 2-guard that's one of the best scorers in the league. What better way than to bring in a veteran who loves to play both ends of the court, is unselfish, and shows you what it's like to be a pro. Ricky Rubio has done that for the organization. You know, Devin Booker is such a natural and gifted scorer. Even when he gets hit on that play, he stays in control with that shot.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills. Not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
Ayton trying to break free, and the dunk by Booker.
Booker sometimes can come up with those. He can be an impressive dunker.
The drive by Paul. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Carter, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Mike Muscala is checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul outside.
I see him.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. It's Gallinari on top of the key. 6 to shoot. Back to Paul. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Paul. Hits the close-range jumper. Paul's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Booker outside. That shot misses. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Out left to the wing. Diallo kicks to Muscala. Drills it from outside. Muscala's got himself on the board with 3 there. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. A nice shot by Booker.
And Booker, a fantastic shooter. When he's got his feet underneath him, he's one of the best in the league.
Ferguson, the pass to Diallo. Good D by Booker.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Pass to Ferguson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Shot clock at 6. Diallo kicks to Muscala. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Diallo, no good. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker makes it off the glass. Booker's got 11 in the second half.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Here's Ferguson, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Carter against Paul. Carter left side. Pass to Ayton. And stolen by Diallo. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. Shooter passes to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving it around. The feed to Adams. Here's Noel. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Adams, the pass to Diallo. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Here's Schroeder. And Baines pulls it down.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Rubio looking it over. 1 second left. And Baines with the layup. Baines has got 6.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Suns trail by 16. Bridges passes to Baines. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Only their first turnover of the game. Taking terrific care of the basketball.
Here is Rubio. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Adams right side. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Bridges finds Baines. Comes up empty down low. The Thunder leading by 18. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his three. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And count it, the shot is good. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Suns trail by 15. Pull-up jumper. Off the left rim and out. Thunder have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
He played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC, and he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job, so he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
First one falls for him. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Alinari, he's checked in for the Thunder. Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive by Booker.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon. Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Back to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. On the wing, Booker shoots. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Here's Paul. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
And Ayton throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Noel up top. Out to Gallinari. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, Booker filling it up quickly here tonight. You got to respect the versatility, especially how dangerous he is on the offensive end.
Here's Adams. Drops in the layup for 2.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
A nice shot by Booker.
Catching and shooting with confidence. Devin Booker letting it fly.
Paul surveying the floor. We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Thunder.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Rubio outside, and here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. 2 free throws coming up, and they called it. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls.
Such a long and versatile guard that possesses a very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous-Alexander, lots of room to grow.
Jerome passes to Bridges. Here's Akobo. Passes it to Jerome. Here's Akobo. He kicks it to Baines. Clock at 4. This one for 3.
That's his first personal foul.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. Fires from deep. No good that time. Akobo. That's good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the Buckets.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And in the win, And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the 3. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Here's Hernan Gomez. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Ayton.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has, an intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
Russell kicks to Towns. Over Ayton. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Here's Towns. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now Russell, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Just 5 to shoot. There's Russell with the 3. With 1 on the clock and the dunk by Towns.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
No good from Booker.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Russell, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Johnson. Booker outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
And that too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Russell. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. 3-pointer. Kept alive.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well, and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball and taken away by Johnson. Ayton against Hernan Gomez.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Minnesota again turning it over. Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines comes in for Ayton, and Dario Saric subbed in for Johnson. Minnesota also making some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie, and Culver's subbed in for Beasley. Booker finds Baines. Russell against Booker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
So for the Suns, Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Booker. 9 points in the game so far. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Phoenix making a change here. Jerome is checked in. Minnesota in the lead. Culver passes to Noel. Johnson against Saric. Baines with the block. And it's Carter penetrating. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Reed. Rebound by the Suns. And it's Bridges at the elbow. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Noel. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action after this word. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Culver. Layman is out there with Johnson. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. For Minnesota, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Now here is Carter. Back to Bridges. Now the pass to Carter. And the basket by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Layman. Pass to Reed. Johnson for 3. Here's Noel. Got a hand on it.
And, you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
Bridges shot. Good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And so here's Phoenix.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jarrett Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher. as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Over to the wing. Here's Noel. To the wing on the left. Takes the three. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Poked away. Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Bridges dishes to Kaminsky. Back to Bridges. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Beasley finds Russell. And the layup's good off the glass.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Suns leading by 10. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for Johnson.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's got 5. Minnesota again turning it over. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Releases from 15. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 17.
And using that 7'5 wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Aiden's specialties.
Rubio finds Booker. The offensive rebound, and Ayton stays with it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Back to Russell. To the paint. Passes it to Okogie. He's looking for Russell and finds him. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Releases. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Okogie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And stolen by Ayton. Pass to Baines. To the inside. Rubio outside. Booker with no one around. From outside off the mark. That's a 2 from Towns. And that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the Phoenix Suns sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points and 2 assists. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And Beasley, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beasley's got his first 2 points. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Ayton. Bridges comes in for Oubre, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Booker finds Johnson. Kicks it out to Booker. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And the dunk by Booker.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Towns with the bucket.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far. And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. And remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too.
The pass to Kaminsky. Booker inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 11 in the second half.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Finished off the break.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Johnson outside. And no good that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Bridges. And Layman pulls it down. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Shots good by Noel.
Nice heads-up play that time from Culver. Excellent awareness.
The Suns have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Booker in the post. And the dunk by Booker.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Johnson in the corner. It's stolen by Sharch. And now the fast break. Kaminsky with the ball. And the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Johnson, the pass to Culver. Back to Johnson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's got his first basket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
For three, Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Culver. Banked in off the glass. Culver's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you look at Culver and you watch his game. He's a tough two-guard now. He's strong, he's got good length, and he's very skilled.
Booker dishes to Bridges. Back to Booker. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Noel. Defended by Booker. Here's Reed. Saric grabs the board.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Booker, right side. Over Johnson. Can't connect from 13 feet up. And so it's Phoenix finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Russell. And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And Towns throws it down.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
And Rubio kicks to Carter. Back to Rubio. And he lays it straight in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Baines high post. Rubio outside. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Carter. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. Oh, Ayton in position. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Oubre outside. Passes to Rubio. Outside Carter. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this hand. Boy, it looks so effortless when Okogie gets off the floor for the alley-oop. I mean, it seems like he's just floating, gliding in air. Impressive.
Carter finds Rubio. Carter on the wing. And he drops it in from the low post.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Baines passes to Ayton. Got a piece of it. Back to Baines. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Johnson attacking, and he banks in the layup. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Vanderbilt uses the glass to finish the layup.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Carter, the pass to Okobo. Back to Carter. Here's Okobo. Pass to Diallo. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Diallo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Phoenix.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Devin Booker.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
And it's Okobo missing. The Timberwolves have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Another miss by Minnesota.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Yes, sir.
And here are the Suns now. Down low. Here's Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Phoenix, Cameron Johnson. At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And there's the pass to Evans. From deep. No good on that one. The Suns go the other way with it. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Okobo missing. Evans against Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Jerome. Intercepted. Here's Spellman. Good D by Johnson. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to and checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Now, here's Mitchell. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
This is his shot. Bogdanovich has the touch from deep. He's confident from there, too.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And Ayton throws it down.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Here's Bogdanovich. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And so Ayton will bring it up for Phoenix. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. The drive by Booker. Count it.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Here's Mitchell. Good D by Booker.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Rebound by the Suns.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there. A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Now, here's Ingles. Will it go? Back to Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player. He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Johnson. Oubre, no one around him. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Oubre's got 5 points so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mitchell lays it up and banks it in.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Floats it up for Rubio. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
So for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Devin Booker. O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that last year right on. Now, here's Rubio. Rebounded by Clarkson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection. but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Here's Moutier. Gobert trying to get open. No good on that one. Phoenix leading by 3. Carter, the pass to Baines. Here's Šarić. Baines, high post. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Davis. Rebound by the Suns. Bridges dishes to Šarić. Back to Bridges. Šarić passes to Baines. And the basket is good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Moutier with it. They'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 7. Davis finds Gobert. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Bridges. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Now here's Moutier. With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 7. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
I love their effort contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's Mitchell missing. Phoenix leading by 7. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And the dunk by Booker.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Mitchell wide open. He's off on that one, and Phoenix will come the other way.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Baines finds Booker. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket for Mitchell. For 3, Booker unable to get that one. The Jazz have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
On that play right there, you see Mitchell's impressive speed and body control in the open court.
Booker with no one around. Again, the miss by Booker. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Moutier. O'Neal kicks to Ingles. Mitchell against Booker. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And Bridges with a clip. Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. No good from Booker.
not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Count that bucket.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
Here's Booker. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Baines. Rebounded by the Jazz. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Mitchell. The second effort. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Suns leading by 5. Out to the wing. There's Jerome. And the Suns miss again. Jazz have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Bogdanovich comes in for O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Conley in for Moutier. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the Suns. Rubio dishes to Ayton. Rubio with it. Now defended by Gobert. And that one drops. And the Suns lead by 3.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Conley. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Suns leading by 3. Ayton inside. Defended by Gobert.
One of the most impactful defenders in the game. Gobert's long arms put fear in the hearts of shooters.
It's good. Clarkson's got his second basket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. To the middle. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Oubre. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And some good. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Phoenix came ready to play. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the center position.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Booker against Mitchell, and the dunk by Booker.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Here's Mitchell. The Suns getting the bucket. Bogdanovich, no luck. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Rod pass to Oubre. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Kaminsky finds Rubio. Oubre outside. Phoenix no good that time either. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high in the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
And here are the Suns now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Booker looking around. Rebound by Mitchell. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Can they get it? Booker. Good D by Mitchell.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Again, the miss by Booker.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Again, the miss by Booker.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Here's Booker after the basket by Utah. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Johnson with the block. The drive by Booker. Rebound, Utah.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Mitchell against Oubre. Steps back and shoots. Here's Bogdanovich. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Saric comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Oubre, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Then for the Jazz, Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal, and Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Now here's Saric. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Devin Booker.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
And finished off by Davis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Sharich and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Carter in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Passes it to Gobert. 5 to shoot. The shot will not fall. So Phoenix will take it the other way. The Suns moving the ball around. Here's Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
That free throw missing. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Terrific vision there with that pass. Hit his teammate perfectly in transition.
Ingles passes to Gobert. Carter against Conley. Here's Ingles, and there it is for him. Ingles has got his first 2 points.
Big-time scoring move. When Ingles surprises people with the drive, it creates opportunities to set up other guys in the future.
Here's Carter. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Bridges with the board.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Here's Booker, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Phoenix making some changes. Oubre comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Then for the Jazz, Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Mitchell in for Jordan Clarkson. Gobert with it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Booker. Ready by Bogdanovich. In transition, here come the Jazz. Mitchell with it, now guarded by Ayton. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When Gobert gets in deep, that's often your best option, is to wrap him up and send him to the line.
Johnson, he's checked in for Sharich. And Gobert drops them both. 1:51 left in the 4th. And Booker kicks to Oubre. Rubio finds Johnson. On the wing, Booker. dunk by Booker.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length, it's also the instincts.
And the dunk by Booker.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
The drive by Mitchell. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 11.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Booker the pass to Oubre. Booker up top, covered by Mitchell. Gobert with the block.
You got to keep your head on the swivel when you go up against Rudy Gobert.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Jazz.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Here's Oubre. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Conley finds Bogdanovich. Jazz passing it around. Gobert with the bounce pass. Conley the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was David. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.